this is why I'm still single. I just went on a date with a man and he told me I looked like I would be on Love Island. Like, straight up, not a joke. I was like, that's kind of offensive. You mean the show where they're all like making out with each other in bikinis and sleeping in like one giant room? When did I give off that vibe?
Want to break his ego?
No.
If he asked you, am I the only one you're talking to? Reply and say yes. The others are 8s, 9s, and 10s.
Why are you talking to people you don't find attractive? That's embarrassing. So maybe it should break your ego, not his. And what's crazy is so many women want a man that's gonna actually commit to them. And usually when he's asking that, he's kind of gauging how serious you're taking this. Because he may be considering that conversation. And what's the goal of this? To not talk to him anymore? Like, I just don't understand it.
Yeah, show me you can pay my rent. That's standard. That's the standard. So if a girl asks you, yo, give me the rent, I don't care if it's 24 hours. Just do it. You're gonna make that money back. You're gonna make it back.
You can't make this up.
And that's the quickest way to get blocked. I'm not paying rent for 2 households. Y'all keep moving the goalposts and these high standards, but never mention what benefits a man gets by being a provider. Stop listening to these type of women and seek advice from women that are happily married.
Yeah, show
Every move you make, every step you take, I'll be watching you. I'll be watching you.
Oh my gosh, this is such rage bait for men because he's literally right there. You don't need to look for another man or hope for another man to look at you that way. He's right there, and most likely, absolutely, he's in your friend zone because he's looking at you like that, and you're either not registering it or you're just completely in denial and you don't want him for whatever reason. But in the end all, this is what is so frustrating for so many good men out there that put in effort towards women, and then she'll actually turn around and say, I just want to find a man just like you. Like, he's right there.
What's going on, fellas? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below. Let's get back to the video.
Do some of these guys on the dating apps and the single site realize how creepy they are? The minute a lady talks on there just about how dating it's difficult and finding someone good, they flock to your DMs and want to take you here and take you there and want you to come over and watch a movie. That is creepy as shit to me. I need something a little more organic. They're always the old men. No offense, old men, but I don't like older men. So my rant is over. I'm very polite in saying that I'm talking to a couple of people right now. I'm not looking really to add anyone else into the mix. Is that polite?
You're not tired of your husband. You're actually tired of this. You're tired of being the one to always notice the problem first, the one who has to adjust, the one who tries to keep the peace, even though you're the one that's not okay. You're tired of carrying the emotional weight of your marriage for so long by yourself and then feeling guilty when you don't have the capacity to give anymore. And as a result, you don't know how to show up as this man's wife anymore because you've been stuck in survival mode for far too long. So now you're pulling back communication, you're shutting down, and you're calling this peace. Shutting down is not going to fix what's actually happening. Ask yourself this: have I properly communicated what I wanted in a healthy way? The enemy wants you to believe that by you pulling back and shutting down the way that you are, that it's real peace, but it's not. It has come in the disguise of peace. It's come to steal, kill, and destroy what God is really trying to restore. Honesty, clarity, and transparency is where things begin to shift. You have to be honest with yourself. Am I really communicating what I really want from a healthy tone? It's not what we say, but how we say it. This little muscle in our body is one of the most powerful things that we have. Make sure that how you're saying or conveying what it is that you want, sis, that it's clear, that it's honest, and it's coming from a place of love.
These men do not see you as a person. It's not just, oh, he wants sex from you. It's, he doesn't care what he does to you. He wouldn't care if you lived or did not live. He's going to use you for what he wants, and then you're going to be lucky if you make it out of that situation alive. I think back on situations where way back in the day I was participating in casual stuff and I would go over to men's houses and I just think about how lucky I am to be alive. Because that's what it is. It's the difference between life and in this day and age, because they want it and they're going to take it whether you give it up or not.
80 to 90% of men want to hurt you? Honey, what planet are you living on? Are there men out there that are bad that would want to hurt you? Sure. You know what gets in their way? Good men. Not you. Not you. You don't get in their way. Good men.
I have a question for straight men between the ages of 29 and 45 who live in New York City. Where do you go to hang out? On a Saturday night, on a Friday night, on a Thursday, I don't care. On any night of the week, where do you go to hang out? And do you talk to anyone else besides who you came with while you're there? Those are my two questions because I want to talk to you. And I also want to go where you hang out because these dating apps suck. And I am struggling to find a place in New York City. I'll go to Brooklyn, I don't care, where you are. And do you want to talk to me? Like, it's okay if you don't. I'm totally cool if you're just not interested. But, like, are you going to talk to people who are there? Who aren't your friends? Who you might be interested in seeing outside of that said mystery bar? Because I feel like I walked the island of Manhattan tonight looking for men between the ages of 29 and 45 as an experiment. And I just don't know where you are. I don't know where you are, so please tell me where you are. Do your service to women of Manhattan and tell me where you are. I think that's all I have to say.
Choose your wife. But they all come with a little something.
I'm Jessica, and everything has to be my way. The house, the schedule, your friends. If I don't approve, it's not happening. Madison! And who's Sarah? Why is she texting you? Let me see your phone. N-O-W. Hey, I'm Brittany, and yeah, I go out like every night. What? Yeah. You want me to stay home? Boring. You're not my dad. I'm Ashley, and I need things. Nice things. If you can't afford me at my most expensive, you don't deserve me.
I'm Emily, and if you ever leave me, I'll I mean it. You're all I have. Don't ever go anywhere without telling me.
Victoria, and there's things about me you'll never know. My phone, off limits. My past, don't ask. Just trust me, or don't.
I'm Rachel, and I just think it's funny how my friend's husband bought her a Range Rover and you got me this. Also, you're loading the dishwasher wrong. Again.
You know, honestly, I ain't against a lot of these modern women, you know, getting out there, getting the bag, doing their thing, building a career. Fantastic. But the fact that y'all have allowed feminism, this nonsense, to take over your brain, to think that you're better than a man, that you can outdo a man, outmatch a man, outpace a man in everything is crazy work. It's crazy work. I can call somebody right now to fix this. Who are you going to call? Ghostbusters, sorry. You're going to call a man. You're going to call a man because he's naturally better at it than you. He's more gifted than you. So this type of stuff of, oh, well, I'm just better and I'm, you know, they say equality, but like I said, really what they mean is superiority. I'm better than you. Because y'all have some stupid agenda that you listen to that's got you out here acting silly.
You never see men offering women seats on public transport anymore. And I'm not talking about pregnant women or women holding a baby or older women. I'm talking about just normal adult women aged between like 18 and 50, let's say. You never see it. And this is not a man bashing post. To anyone who follows me, I never man bash. The reason that men don't offer women seats on public transport anymore is because of women. They don't know how women are going to react. They think that they might get called out on social media, they think they might get shouted at, they think they might get told that they're like anti-feminism or toxic masculinity. So men just don't do it anymore. Men can't act chivalrous anymore. Like if a man offered me a seat on the train, I would absolutely love it. I would go as far to say that it would make my day. Like just such a simple, small gesture, such a simple, small act of kindness that would just put a smile on your face and make your day better. But men can't do this anymore. They can't do any chivalrous acts like this anymore because they just don't know how today's women are going to act. Now, please tell me, Would you offer your seat to someone on the train, to a woman on the train? And again, I'm not talking about older people or pregnant people. I'm just talking about like a general woman that you saw on the train or the bus or any other public transport. Would you offer them a seat? Have you offered someone a seat recently and you've been met with a negative response? Please tell me. I would just love that there would be some men out there that still do it, and that there are some women that actually still receive it warmly and kindly like I would. Let me know in the comments.
I think it's perfectly socially acceptable to go on dates as a hobby. I go on the first date, like, sure, yeah, to meet the guy, to talk, get to know them, tell them about me, like, see if there's potential love there, like, whatever. Like, that's a small part of it. The big part of it is that I go and I get to try a new restaurant or a new spot in Boston. And usually, if not always, it's fun to buy the guys. Like, ooh, like, let's go explore a little bit. Try to, like, grow what I know about my city. And then when I go out with my friends, I can be like, oh my God, I went to this really cool new spot. Like, let me show you.
This is why a lot of men don't want to pay anymore, because you're genuinely doing it as a hobby. I think if you want to find out new spots and stuff, you could literally follow like those foodie social media accounts that are in your city where they give you ideas. And if you're gonna be doing this, and you're not going on a second date with that man, why don't you pay for the whole thing, his food included, and he can pick the spot? Or why don't you go to new places with your girlfriends every single time? Look up what has good reviews and just go. Why do you have to use men? This is why dating has gotten so bad.
You know, it's so funny. You know, it's so funny. A man who thinks that he has the most like arousing, astonishing, like universal wake. Because let me tell you right now, you don't. You most definitely do not. Because I'm gonna clear things up real quick for all y'all motherfuckers. No. You will not satisfy all of my needs with that. Absolutely not. Because let me tell you, it's more than just that. It's literally way more than that. Why do all men think like that? That shit pisses me off to the point of all men have given me the ick. All men have given me the ick, because you know what? All of them think that way. All of them think that all your problems are going to be solved when we have. How old are we? Get out of my face with that. I swear to God. This is why I don't date anymore. This is why I stay single. And this is why I have completely sworn off men. Because I just can't. I can't entertain anymore with this nonsense, you know? This nonsense. And I'm over it, and, you know, we're gonna go live life to the fullest, and we're gonna go do whatever me wants to do. Because that's the way we do it, you know?
These females, I will forever say, they need to spend some time in jail when they do stuff like this. Because how the fuck are you going to be pushing him and then telling him that he's supposed to stop touching you, and oh, I'm not touching you, you stop touching me. And you're the one who is, for one, blocking him so he can't get out, or get his so he can get out, and two, pushing him around.
Hey, nobody's touching you. You're putting your hands on me. Get your hands on me.
No.
Get your hands on me.
No.
Get your hands on me. Ain't nobody touching you.
I'm trying to get past you.
Bye.
Let me get my.
Get your shit.
You should have thrown my around.
Get your shit. Stop touching me. Stop.
Just look at that. The fact that she's pushing him around and then she's screaming, "Stop touching me." I don't know where they live, but if she lives in an apartment where people can hear what's going on, they're gonna think that he's the one who's doing something to her. When the truth is, she's not even being touched.
What an interesting comment. And that being the case, I have a question specifically for the commenter, so I hope I get an answer. But naturally, anybody else is welcome to chime in as well. But what was the purpose of leaving this comment on my page? Was there one? Or does someone simply not like me and is trying to insult me, hoping that that will shame me into silence? Because if that's the case, someone's going to be sorely disappointed. But if someone disagrees with something that I've said in the video, I would be more than willing to listen to any rational discussion and argument that someone has in regards to what I have said. So please, offer forth an argument or something constructive to say. Because remember, as I have said before, when a person leads with an insult, that usually indicates that they don't have anything relevant to contribute. But most importantly, when a person insults another person, most often that says more about the person who's doing the insulting than it does about the one that has been insulted.
And one thing that's interesting is the whole 50-50 debate, right? And it's interesting because, you know, it's 50-50 when it's convenient. But, you know, when it's time for a lot of the difficult stuff, a lot of the hard stuff, then suddenly it's back to, I want traditional roles, or I really want a man that's just an alpha, just an old school man, picking and choosing. I want to be a feminine woman today, but I wasn't interested in that yesterday. When it's difficult, I don't want to handle it. I just hand it off to the man, right? I just give it to the man, right? My husband. You can't have the benefits of traditional relationship when it suits you, and then want to flip around to modern society when it suits you. And that's what modern women try to do. And men see that crap. Men see that nonsense. You pick a lane and you stay in it. But the problem is, for a lot of modern women, they don't want to. They want the flexibility to go back and forth. And it confuses the man because modern women like to live in the gray area.
I'm gonna say this out loud because one of us is gonna have to, and replaying it over and over in our heads is clearly not changing anything. I'm tired. Tired of being everybody's emergency contact but nobody's priority. I am tired of being the strong one, tired of being the dependable one, tired of being the one who can handle it. I am tired of my kindness being treated like it's unlimited access. I'm tired of pouring and nobody is noticing that the cup is empty. I am tired of working my off and feeling like I'm still standing in the same spot. I am tired of showing up for people who wouldn't inconvenience themselves for me. I am tired of being understanding. I am tired of being patient. I am tired of pretending that it doesn't hurt because it hurts. And maybe you're tired too. So just hear me when I say this last part especially. Your exhaustion is not weakness, it's evidence. Evidence that you have been overextending, overgiving, overperforming, over-accepting less than you deserve. You're not tired because you're incapable. You're tired because you've been carrying things that were never assigned to you. It's heavy. And maybe the shift isn't trying harder. Maybe the shift is stop volunteering your emotional overtime. Stop being the backbone for people who won't even stand up for you. Stop proving your worth through suffering. You don't need to be less kind. You need to be more selective. Let them feel your absence. Let them solve their own chaos. Let yourself rest without earning it. You're not crazy for feeling that way. You're waking up.
A man will be 5'7" on Hinge talking about some non-monogamy. Short-term relationship open to long. Girl, let's not pretend like you have options.
Actually, he does have options for all the mature women out there who can actually see his value as a person and doesn't determine his entire personality based purely on his height. And women who objectify men purely on their height, they wake up at 40, 50, 60. Where have all the good men gone? Why are all my friends happily married to a wonderful man and I can't find one? Because I have trouble believing it's only height that's your preference. It's gonna be 10 other things, and then eventually you're ruling out pretty much every good man that you could potentially be with. Not only that, but a lot of men know that if you're gonna judge a man heavily based purely on something like his height that he can't control, that you're probably superficial in a lot of other ways. He's not going to entertain that. It's okay to be like, well, I really am attracted to tall men. I mean, we can't help our attraction, that's fine. But to put men down and consider them less valuable because they're not the height that you choose is absolutely insane.
Take this goddamn wig off, huh? You supposed to be focused on the workout anyway. I don't know why you got a wig piece on. Take it off.
3 reasons why I'll most likely be staying single forever. I don't really talk about dating on this channel anymore because I haven't dated an entire year and I have no plans to start anytime soon. But if I do ever try and start dating again, these are the things that will make it difficult. Number 1, I absolutely do not want to date a man who has kids, and since I'm nearly 39, most men my age are going to have children. And before all the single dads come for me in the comments, I'm talking from experience here. I tried dating several guys who had kids and it was a disaster every single time. Plus, I don't have kids. I can make my partner my number 1 priority. I don't have any exes in my life that my partner would have to deal with. So I don't think it's unfair for me to expect the same in return. 2, I've got old school values and I will not do coffee or walk-in dates. I don't think any women should do these. Listen to Nico the Daddy Academy's opinion on it. I just think they're for men who are low effort, don't want to spend money, don't want to come up with plans, and want to date multiple women at once. All of the men I've ever dated at length took me on a proper date, so I would expect that from every man in the future. Number 3, talking of dating apps, I genuinely don't believe there are many good men on the dating apps. I think it's mostly men who are avoidant, looking for or don't actually want to meet anyone anyway and are just looking for an ego boost and a pen pal. Normal, decent men who are nice looking and confident usually just talk to women in public. And there's definitely been a rise in the last couple of years of men just using dating apps as a brothel. I can't deal with the disrespect when they start making the chat sexual immediately, and I can't deal with the conversation. So I will never be using dating apps ever again. Genuinely believe the only way I will ever find a boyfriend is if I just so happen to meet a man in person, we become friends, and something develops from that. And the sad thing is, I've kind of resigned myself to never meeting anyone. I'm absolutely okay with that now. Like, I don't even really care about getting a boyfriend. Literally, the only thing I miss is affection and someone to do with. But unfortunately, there's not many men who are going to hang out with you and have a cuddle, but not expect anything else. So I guess we're going to be single for the long haul.
You know, a lot of these modern women will, kind of speak under the guise of, I'm empowered, I'm free, I can do whatever I want. And they'll spend, they don't only make fun of men, they make fun of women that they don't like as well. So they'll spend literal years mocking and making fun of a traditional woman or a woman, not even traditional, because a lot of women, aren't traditional nowadays, but women that don't mind reciprocating, women that don't mind doing as their husband asks and kind of trying to follow that lead. Oh, you're a pick-me, or you're not really empowered, you don't really have your own life, he's gonna leave you, and all that other stuff. They don't understand is a relationship is a give and take. While you're out here crying yourself to sleep every night because you can't figure out why nobody loves you and what to do, the woman that you're calling a pick-me has the stability that you're looking for. She got the family that you're looking for, the connection that you're looking for, the companionship. She has all of that. And while you're sitting up here talking about, well, I got my independence, my ring light, so I can be on social media and all that other stuff, it don't really matter. It don't matter, because at the end of the day, you're still lonely.
Next time a guy says, oh, I'm sorry I didn't talk to you for the past couple of days, ask him if he can do it again because you enjoyed the pizza.
Living my life like it's golden. Living my life like it's golden.
What is being put out there currently as dating advice is seriously beginning to concern me.
Yes, being mean also works, and it's really important when you're talking to a man.
Really? Do tell.
Because if you're too nice, a man's gonna take that as an opportunity to take advantage of you, step all over you, and he's just not gonna respect you at all.
I think there's a very good reason why it's projected that the majority of women in the very near future are going to be single. And it's not because they're choosing it.
You also have to balance your feminine energy while being mean, and that's what's gonna make him respect you.
Huh, silly me. And here I thought that it was always best to just be yourself, as opposed to pretending to be something that you're obviously not. Because no one can keep up a facade indefinitely.
And this is known as a black cat energy.
Maybe there was something to that old superstition after all, of having it be bad luck to have a black cat cross your path.
If you're too nice, a man's not gonna respect you because he doesn't see that as a challenge. Being too nice is just too easy. If you're a little bit rude, then he's gonna see it as a challenge and he's always gonna chase you.
Unless, of course, that man has a sense of self-worth, good self-esteem, and prioritizes his own happiness over playing games, in which case he's going to run in the opposite direction.
I want that. I don't know why I want that so bad, but I want that. Like, if that call me right now, I'm gonna drop everything and run to him. That's how bad I want him. I want that. I want to be in that nigga's skin.
Anna, we want to give you one more chance to address this. It happened earlier in our program today. For those of you who weren't watching, Diana Rossini said this.
And I think we all do weird things when we're in love, and we overshare and overpost. And look, he's married. He's getting married to a beautiful actress. I'm married to someone average. I don't post a lot about him. If I was married to someone beautiful, I'd overpost too.
Now, this doesn't seem nice. We put together photos of Diana's husband here for everyone to see so you can make some amends on national television.
We're average together. And you know what the worst part is? He sent me a text during that segment, not watching because he actually works for a living. And he said, "Good luck today. Be great on Get Up." So the guy's got a heart of gold, and here I am on national TV. Look, we're average together, but he makes me above average because he married me, so.
He has a heart of gold, but you're on national TV embarrassing him? Talking about we're average together? You gotta be careful before you marry your biggest op. And then she has her coworkers making an absolute laughingstock of him. You can tell he's a good dude. There's some guys you look at, you can tell that's a kind-hearted man right there. That's a good guy. But then you got this demon right here. Look how she's representing him. He doesn't have to go through this. She's putting him through this. The same day she's saying these outlandish statements, he's there supporting her, encouraging her. And what is she doing? Stepping on this man. And this is how women control a man. They step on you and they break you down. They try to laugh it off. This is manipulation, gaslighting in 4K. Everyone is laughing. She's been laughing at him. And he just has to laugh because nothing he can do other than that or cry. You got to be careful of these women. These are modern women that are put on platforms and shown to the world, and men are emasculated because it's literally there to control the masses of men. And we can continue to emasculate men, to put women on the pedestal, to allow women to literally just brutalize a man's name and legacy like this on national television while the entire world just sits back and laughs at him. What are we coming to as a society? I'm even really upset at these brothers really highlighting this. Like, they should be checking her, violating her. Don't put him on this laughing, tour because of his oppie wife. She's an op. You gotta be careful of these women you associate yourself with. Your legacy is more important, ladies and gentlemen. That's why I come out here and I say, trust fund baddies only. So if you're not taking it serious, you're settling, you're not dating to the standard you will, you're gonna be suffering for it and paying for it one way or another. If she won't leave you, she'll make sure she'll stain your name to your grave. And if you want to improve the quality of women you're with, you want to increase your code approaches, you want to improve your image so you can have a better close rate and also align with a high value woman, DM me out.
And I really don't understand how y'all females can have multiple niggas. Like, I like having my own. I want to be able to call my man. I want my own. I don't know how I could have a roster. What is a roster?
There's a famous male content creator whose life was ruined recently over a false allegation. You guys remember the man that did angry reaction videos? He was viral for the longest time on my feed. He kind of just disappeared over the last 2 years. And he just came out to say why that was. Back in 2024, his girlfriend at the time made false allegations and they went to court. But guess what? The case was thrown out. He was innocent. But because of his fame and what he does on the internet, TMZ picked it up and they reported it. Well, what do you think everyone's reaction was? Everyone thought that he was guilty before proven innocent. And the result of this was that he lost not only friends, but he lost connections to other content creators. He lost connections to sponsorships. He lost the deals. But not only that, it affected him mentally. He was no longer able to make these videos. He says that he couldn't bring himself to be positive. Like that thing that was within him when he felt it, when he was making these videos originally, it was gone. And he was sickened. He felt like he was playing a part. And that is the side of things that people don't talk about when it comes to false accusations, because it wreaks havoc in all aspects of your life. And what did that woman get in return? She got no punishment. There was nothing. She gets to move on with her life like nothing happened.
So a lot of these modern women, with the way they talk, they're going to continue to talk crazy. They're going to continue to talk, I can't even say masculine. They're going to continue to talk wild. Like men are not going to notice. And then at some point in time, they're going to try to switch, especially for the men that they like. They're going to try to switch and start to be feminine because they think it's something that you can turn off and turn on. And a man's going to look at you and say, oh, now you want to be feminine. Now you want to be soft and submissive and traditional. But where was that femininity 5-10 years ago? Yeah, men be watching you. They be keeping, oh man, she's cute. And they keep tabs on you to see if you gonna act right. But during that time, he sees that you a strong, independent woman. You don't need no man. You was running around talking about, I'm this, I'm that, and I ain't never gonna need. And now, the point that you run up in his face, and you see you're not gonna be dominating him, now you wanna switch, oh, you know, I'm feminine now. I've always been feminine. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're acting like it. You playing feminine. It's like one of those, you playing possum? When you playing, where they like to play. These modern women are playing feminine. They're aggressive. They're unruly. They're uncontrollable. They're uncooperative. And then when they get in front of a man that they want, now they play feminine. Oh, I would never say that. Look at me the way I'm dressed. I'm feminine. I'm dainty. I'm a girl. I'm soft. Absolutely not.
My girlfriend has never apologized, not even once. What do you mean she doesn't apologize? I don't know. She always downplays what she does. Even if it's something huge, she'll make it seem like it's not a big deal. Sometimes she'll even change some of the details, and I swear it didn't happen like that. If she can never take accountability for where she goes wrong, that's a huge red flag.
Men will always be on their best behavior when they know that a woman is willing to walk away. Guys, is this true?
Men are always on their best behavior when they know you are willing to walk away. And this is not something that you announce, it's felt through your actions. So how do you show someone that you are willing to walk away? Number one is maintaining your financial independence. I can't tell you how many clients I've had that have said to me, the moment I became fully dependent on him, he switched up on me. When I moved across the country, when I had his children, when I let his money be my own safety net. Never let what somebody else brings to the table be the only thing you have to eat. Make your own money so that you can leave situations that you don't like. Number two, maintain your appearance. Men will say, oh, you don't need to do all that. I love you natural, while he's feeding you bonbons while you lose yourself. Do not fall for this. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. So if you needed to be on the dating market tomorrow, you would feel confident, not insecure. Never let comfort cost you your confidence. And number three, be emotionally diversified. Your partner should not be your only source of emotional validation, reassurance, and fulfillment. Build your community, keep your friendships, and pursue your hobbies so that if you need to walk away, you have a community that you can lean on for support.
This might be my wokest take, but I think that men invented body count to purposefully suppress women because they were so jealous that women can basically sleep with whoever they want. And to them, being able to sleep with somebody is one of the biggest advantages, privileges, and pleasures in life. And they didn't want women to be the ones who get to enjoy that privilege because they know how easy men are. So then they created this narrative under the guise of morality and self-respect so that women would not have the opportunity to live men's personal dreams.
If you're a man and you're broke or you live paycheck to paycheck, you shouldn't be dating.
Could someone be a bit more obvious that all they value in a man is money? I'm not so great with subtlety.
You're not necessarily a bad person. Everyone falls on tough times. But as a man, how are you going to offer any kind of security to a woman if you can barely pay for dates?
Let's put a different spin on this. Since some women only value money and some men only seem to value looks, that means that it would be okay for a man to say, if you're not attractive, you shouldn't be dating. I don't think that would go over very well, but apparently this narrative is okay.
Just get your life in order first and then date. It's really not that hard. People have come at me for this before.
Gee, I can't imagine why.
And they say things like, oh, so poor people don't deserve love? No, that's not what I'm saying.
True. Someone never said anything about people in general. They were referring strictly to men who are possibly not the most financially stable, that they shouldn't be dating, implying that they don't deserve to have a chance at happiness until they have enough money in their bank account. Right? Or did I somehow misunderstand that?
Obviously, if you're already in a relationship and you fall on tough times, that you just get through it together.
I'm quite frankly surprised they even said that part.
But if you are a man and you are seeking a relationship, get your finances in order first. It doesn't mean you have to be a millionaire, doesn't mean you have to pay all of her bills, but you should be financially stable enough to take her on dates, to buy her flowers. And you don't have gas money, then you should not be dating. Period, point blank, this is a hill I will die on. on. You can come for me if you want, but it is what it is.
Right. It is what it is.
Why am I not really attracted to anybody anymore?
So when I use this eraser, it comes off and it wears down and then it's gone. And it's left on the page. It's like when you use it too much, it goes away. And I'm sure that you can see the parallels. That's you. That's your pair bonding ability. So these are old memories, and if I keep punishing this thing, it's just gonna run out.
Well, do you agree that a lot of these females that are online showing off and traveling all the time and you know, showing bags and doing these things are actually 304s?
You do realize that those girls that you see online traveling every week, having designers, and have a very mysterious source of income are... yeah. A lot of influencers and models that you see online actually get the majority of their income through selling their body or selling pictures of body parts. And listen, nothing wrong with that, but what are you gonna do when you meet the man of your dreams? What are you gonna tell him? Here's the thing. Yes, it's easier for us as girls, technically, to sell ourselves or our body like that. Definitely, there is demand. We don't have to argue about that. But I want to marry an amazing guy. Like, call me traditional, but I want to get married. I want to have children. What are you gonna tell that guy? Imagine meeting the guy of your dreams. He checks all of your boxes. He's a high value man, and he would want to know what you do for a living. The second that you're gonna tell him, he'll be gone. And it's game over. It's not only really bad for your self-esteem, it's dirty money. And dirty money is just, I mean, no offense, there are a lot of girls that do it. If it works for them, fine. But if you are anything like me and you want to be a rich girly, but you have really strong traditional values and you believe in God, that's not gonna cut it.
Since men don't approach women anymore, I guess I should start going up to men. I live in a city, and literally anytime I'm walking anywhere, anytime I see a cute guy, it's always heads down, headphones in, he won't look at anyone. Literally no one is approachable anymore, no one looks at each other, everyone's heads down, and no one's smiling or just seems happy. Literally no one's socializing. What am I supposed to do? Chase a guy down the street that does not want to be bothered and ask him if he is single? I feel like I give off the most approachable vibes. I'm always smiling, looking pleasant, not looking at my phone, I don't wear my headphones. Literally never once, I've never been approached. Get this, I was talking to a guy I matched with on Cuffed. We were talking on the phone, had the best conversation ever, ghost me. He literally ghosts me. Just now, if you have like a really good phone call with a guy you matched with on a dating app like Raya, Cuffed, Tinder, or whatever, I guess you just ghost them immediately. It's funny though, like on the phone when we were talking, I asked him if he like ever approaches a girl at a bar or in the street, and he was like, no, God, no. So I guess maybe that was just a red flag. That men forget that they literally have the power in the situation, so that's why everyone's single.
I'm going there tonight because I'm tired of hearing some of you little boys getting mad that women want men to spend money. Yeah, stupid. A woman has between the years of roughly 18 and 25 to make a lifelong decision. And some of you guys are talking about, man, I need to be with her for 2 years. So let me get this right. You're supposed to be all these high value this and that, and then you want to waste a woman's time for 2 years. That's dumb. Just say you don't want to be married or you don't want to commit. All right, cool. But high value men, the men I'm talking about, it's a very narrow conversation where most of you don't fit. Okay, women are supposed to want your resources. They're supposed to be the beautiful ones. You're supposed to be the builder. So, good deal. Good deal. They're supposed to want your resources. That's why you got it. And that's why generous men who are the bag, bold, and generous, get access to the premium pool. Some guys are gonna come in, well, I can have access to beautiful women. Yeah, but they don't stay around. They don't stay around. Women don't stay around men who are not generous, who got all this stuff but ain't spending. That's some feminine energy too.
From chronically single girly to chronically single girly, I'm gonna alter your brain chemistry. Give me 1 minute. I know that a lot of times when you've been single for many, many years, it can feel like something's wrong with you. Why is everyone bouncing from relationship to relationship? Like, what's the deal with me? You are single by choice. The reason you're single is not because there's not someone out there that would be in a relationship with you. You are single because what you want and the person that you're looking for is so specific, and that is harder to find, and that takes a longer time to find. I was just dating a guy. I thought we were gonna get into a relationship, and I was telling my friend about this, being like, can you believe it? I've been single for so long, like I'm probably not gonna be single. Which, by the way, me and that guy did not get into a relationship. But my friend was like, yeah, you've been single by choice. And I'm like, you're right, because I'm not just gonna get into any old relationship for the sake of being in a relationship. I just feel this is a very empowering way to look at it. So I don't know who needed to hear this, but maybe it was you.
You know, a lot of times modern women don't really understand that the things that they do and they say make men feel like they're disposable. You don't actually need him. Right? Well, I want you and that's your matter and all that other stuff. What you're saying doesn't make him feel like that. What you're saying makes him feel like you're gonna replace him at any moment. I don't think that's what a lot of single mothers really truly understand. I got options. I don't really need you. I got backups lined up. In the moment you slip up, to the left, I'm gonna swap you out. That sort of stuff that you have going on. Modern women don't realize that men, they see that. They can kind of, feel that sort of energy. Men are starting to get a good radar to understand when they're a placeholder, when you're looking around for somebody else, when you want something better, quote unquote, right? And you can't really build with a person like that because their foot is always one in and one out. I'm on one side of the fence and I'm on the other side of the fence at the same time, just kind of straddling where I want to go, whichever one shows himself. And you're saying that type of stuff. Meanwhile, this man has already showed himself. He's already proved himself. But modern women will continue to look over and say, oh, well, maybe the rich guy or maybe that guy that I really, really wanted in high school, maybe he'll come through and right. So right now I'm on the fence, and sometimes they're not even straddling fence. Sometimes they be on your side of the fence, but looking over on the other side. Sometimes, every morning they'll come inside for dinner, they'll come inside to eat and do all of the things that they need to do and have all the responsibilities. But then, early in the morning or late at night, they'll stand there at that fence looking for Chad and Tyrone to come save them. Looking for that alpha male, that double alpha male to come save them. Not realizing and understanding that you're about to get yourself in trouble.